Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Today we will study about female reproductive cycle and its hormonal regulation. Student, human female reproductive cycle that is of 28 days, and it is called as cycle because all the events or changes which occur in the female reproductive system, they are in cyclic manner. That's why we call it what? Female reproductive cycle or menstrual cycle. Student, this cycle that is divided into two phases. First phase is called as what? Ovarian cycle. All those events which occur inside the ovary, they are collectively called as what? Ovarian cycle. While in the uterine cycle, the other one is uterine cycle, and all those events or changes which occur inside the uterus, they are referred as what? Uterine cycle. Students, the events of ovarian cycle, they are well coordinated with that of the uterine cycle under the influence of pituitary hormone called as what? Gonadotropins. Pituitary, anterior lobe of pituitary, it releases two hormones. One is follicle stimulating hormone and the other one is luteinizing hormone. Both these hormones, they are collectively called as what? Gonadotropins. And so based upon hormonal regulation and changes which occur in both ovary and uterus, this cycle that is divided into three phases. First phase is called as menstrual phase, second one is called as proliferative phase, and third one is called as what? Secretory phase. Students, menstrual phase that is from day 1 to day 5 in the reproductive cycle, and proliferative phase that is from day 6 to day 14, while secretory phase that is between day 15 to day 28. Now, menstrual phase is that phase during which uh, menstrual flow that occurs, while proliferative phase is that phase during which follicle cells, they grow, and endometrium, it also proliferates. And during secretory phase, a progesterone hormone that is released by corpus luteum, and that's why it is called as what? Secretory or luteal phase. Student, proliferative phase is also called as pre-ovulatory phase, and while secretory phase is called as what? Post-ovulatory phase. Now I will explain all these phases in detail. First, menstrual phase. In this phase, the uterus sheds its deepest part of the endometrium. The thick hormone dependent functional layer of the endometrium detaches from the uterine wall, a process that is accompanied by bleeding for 3 to 5 days. Students, the detached tissues and blood passes out through the vagina as the menstrual flow. At the beginning of this phase or stage, ovarian hormones, they are at their lowest, but once menstrual cycle or menstrual flow that is completed, then level of follicle stimulating hormone, it rises. Student, second phase is called as what? Proliferative phase or pre-ovulatory phase. Through the influence of follicle stimulating hormone during the first days of this cycle, some of the follicles or ovarian follicles are stimulated. These follicles compete with each other for dominance. As a result, all the follicles except one, they degenerate or die by a process called as what? Follicle atresia, while the dominant follicle in the ovary continue to mature or grow, and it becomes what? Mature Graafian follicle. in which oogenesis it occurs. What is oogenesis? Formation of ovum by the process of meiosis is called as what? Oogenesis. Student, follicle stimulating hormone also causes the Graafian follicles to secrete another hormone which is called as what? Estrogen. Student, estrogen that causes vascularization of the wall of the uterus. Consequently, the endometrium, which is the innermost layer or wall of the uterus, it becomes velvety, thick, and well vascularized. Well vascularized means it will be provided with blood vessels. Normally, cervical mucus, which is thick, cervical is the last part, narrow part of the uterus. Its mucus is thick and sticky, but once level of estrogen it rises in the blood, this mucus it becomes thin and crystalline in nature. So it facilitates the sperms to enter into the uterus. Students, estrogen has a negative feedback upon follicle stimulating hormone. So, with an increase in the level of estrogen, follicle stimulating hormone level that drops in the blood. This is a signal for anterior lobe of pituitary to release another hormone which is called as what? Luteinizing hormone. So on the 14th day of the reproductive cycle, level of luteinizing hormone in the blood that is at highest and it causes ovulation. Release of ovum from the surrounding Graafian follicle is called as what? Ovulation. So then when ovum it releases, then rest of the Graafian follicles they develop into a yellowish glandular structure under the influence of luteinizing hormone. This structure is called as what? Corpus luteum. Student, then it leads to another phase which is called as what? Secretory phase. During this phase, the endometrium prepares for implantation of zygote. Rising level of progesterone from the corpus luteum act on the estrogen primed endometrium. Primed endometrium, already estrogen it prepares what? Endometrial layer, but function of progesterone is to change functional endometrial layer into a uterine glandular layer, or it starts working as uterine gland. The uterine glands enlarge and start to release or to secrete nutritious glycogen, which which is poured into that of the uterine cavity. These nutrients they sustain the embryo until it has implanted itself in the blood-rich endometrial lining. Students, it is not if fertilization does not occur or has not occurred, the corpus luteum begins to degenerate towards the end of the secretory phase as LH level it declines. So progesterone level it also falls in the blood, depriving the endometrium of from hormonal support, and endometrial cells they die, setting the stage for menstruation to begin on day 28. Okay, so in human beings, menstrual cycle ceases at the age of 50 or around 50 years of age, and it is termed as what? Menopause. Student, first menstrual flow or cycle in females is referred as menarche, while the last is called as what? Menopause. So these lines, they are showing level of hormones, different hormones in the blood. You can see in the beginning or in the follicular phase, in the beginning of the menstrual phase, level of luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormone, that is low in the blood. But once menstrual cycle or menstrual flow that is completed, then level of follicle stimulating hormone, which is showing with the blue line, that rises, and it causes the follicle cells to develop. And then the green line, that is showing level of luteinizing hormone, and it is at its highest on the day 14. And then it develops what? Corpus luteum, and its level, then it goes to a decline. The third hormone, this one, a black one, that is actually released by Graafian follicle. Its level is at its lowest in the beginning, but then once follicle cells, they develop, its level that rises in the blood, as it has to support the endometrial lining, or it has to make that vascularized or velvety in appearance. Okay, then this one, this black line, that is showing level of what? Progesterone. You can see that it is at its lowest in the beginning, but in luteal phase it is at its highest, and it supports the implantation of zygote with that of the uterine wall, or with that of the endometrium. Now, day 1 to day 14, whole phase is called as what? Follicular phase, while after 14 to 28 day, it is called as what? Luteal phase. So this is all about female reproductive cycle and its hormonal regulation. Thank you, students.